All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're looking at a business model that kind of flips the script on traditional retail. The big idea? Taking physical shelf space and turning it from just, well, a shelf into a really valuable, profitable service. It's a fascinating look at where brick and mortar stores could be headed. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? Retailers are absolutely drowning in new ideas, new products, new programs. It's just constant noise. But at the end of the day, what they really need is simple: a clear, reliable way to make more money from every single store they operate. And that really gets to the heart of the matter, what we're calling the profit per door problem. If you run a physical store, the name of the game is squeezing as much value as you can out of your space. But with costs going up and online shopping getting easier, making every square foot pay for itself is a huge, huge challenge. So what's the fix presented here? Well, it's a turnkey program called PHP Wellness. And turnkey just means it's a ready-to-go system. They call it a wellness operating system that's designed from the ground up to help the retailer first and foremost. And you know what the crazy part is? This entire sophisticated system starts with something incredibly simple, something we all see 100 times a day: just a QR code. It's placed right there on the shelf, catching the customer at that perfect moment when they're about to make a choice. Okay, so a customer scans a code. Big deal, right? Well, how does that simple action actually lead to the store making more money? Let's walk through exactly how this turns a quick scan into a bigger, better shopping basket. So here's the journey, and it's super smooth. Picture this. You're a shopper, you scan the code in the aisle. Your phone pops up with a few quick questions about what you're looking for, your wellness goals. And then, boom, the app gives you instant personalized recommendations for products that are literally right there in front of you on the shelf. It couldn't be easier to just grab them and put them in your cart. And this is the absolute key. This isn't just about giving people information, it's a conversion tool. It takes someone's curiosity and instantly guides it into a bigger sale, a wellness basket that's full of products they probably would have just walked right past otherwise. So we get how it works for the customer. It's clever. But does it actually make money? Let's pop the hood and look at the numbers behind this whole thing. Now, you might think a model like this needs thousands of users to work, but check this out. The entire financial projection is built on getting just 109 new members for the program per store over an entire year. That's it. It's less than 10 a month. It's a super modest goal, but as you're about to see, it's the launch pad for some pretty incredible returns. And here's where it gets really eye-opening. Look at what happens when you hit that tiny target of 109 members. Even at the lowest tier, that's an extra 10 grand a year for one store. But if the program performs really well, that number can shoot up to $150,000 for one store in 1 year. That is a serious number. And the math to get to those bigger targets is really straightforward. The medium goal is just 3 times the low one, and the high target is 5 times the medium. It's a super clear model that shows how more customer engagement leads directly to more money. Simple as that. Okay, so a lot of value is being created, that's great, but how does the retailer actually get a piece of the pie? This is where the partnership model really shines. Let's look at how they actually get paid. This slide really says it all. The old way of doing things, on the left, is complicated. Brands have to pay fees just to get on the shelf, and the retailer has to buy all the inventory and hope it sells. It's risky. But this new model, it's totally different. The retailer just gets a simple monthly royalty payment based on how well the program does. It's a genuine partnership where everyone wins when it works. So this sounds like a pretty amazing deal for the retailer, right? Less risk, more potential upside. But what's the catch? What do they have to bring to the table for this to work? Well, it comes down to supporting the program in 4 key ways. Basically, the retailer's job is to make the program feel like a natural part of the store. That means putting up the signs with the QR codes, making sure their employees know what it is, keeping the recommended products in stock, that's a big one, and maybe giving it a featured spot in the store to help it get noticed. So let's just zoom out for a second. When you put all these pieces together, the simple QR code, the instant guidance for shoppers, and this shared revenue model, what do you have? Is this maybe a whole new playbook for how retail works? And the strategy for rolling this out is just as smart as the idea itself. They aren't asking a retailer to commit their entire chain of stores right away. Nope. The plan is to start small, pilot it in just a few stores, prove that the numbers work, and then scale up with the confidence that you get from having real, hard data. And that really brings us to the big final question here. Is this what the future looks like? Are we seeing the start of a whole new way of thinking, where retailers make money not just by selling stuff, but by turning their physical stores into platforms for valuable integrated services? It's a really powerful idea, and definitely something to think about.